Right, in this short tutorial we're going to learn how to change the images, the text, the styling, the icons, everything here, all the visual elements that are presented on this page here, the home page. We're going to learn how to change that all the way from the top, from the hero section to the footer. In case you're wondering what a hero is basically just this large web banner here, which oftentimes is the first visual element that your web visitors see when they visit your website. So it's very important that we give it a proper styling, make the images very beautiful, make the text readable, the spellings and everything on this section here, because it kind of gives us an overall feel of what we should expect throughout the website. So now let's dive straight into editing the page. The first thing we need to do if we want to edit any page, we need to click on edit with Elementor here on the top here. We give it some little time to load. Once this is fully loaded, we're going to see that we have a panel here on the left, which we call the editor panel. From this panel we're going to be dragging elements onto our page, just like that. Simple and straightforward. I love Elementor. It's very user-friendly, just dragging elements from this panel here, dragging them to the main page here. So we want to change the image here is our first task. So we click here on these little dots. These, how many are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 dots here. So you click on them and then click on style here. Once you do that, as you can see, our image shows. Then we click on the image here, the current image, and we're presented with a couple of options here. The first one being to select from a pre-existing preloaded file. We can just click, maybe want to choose this one for as long as it's pre-uploaded into your media library. You can also click on upload file if you want to upload a fresh file from your computer, and that is what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to click select files here, and I have my 3 images here. I'm going to choose any one of them. This one looks a bit too tall, too elongated, should I say, for this section. Maybe this one, it's okay, but I'll go with this one. Click open, it loads. Once loaded, before I click on insert media, I always want to give it an alt text. This is very important for search engine optimization. You can just put any name that obviously has meaning and that kind of resonates with what your brand is all about. So perhaps, let's say this girl's name is called what name can we use? She's called Tara, so you can just write Tara here. Okay, click Tara. All right, then click insert media. All right, you see our image is now loaded, but we still have a little problem, because as you can see, we kind of have this bluish tint, this bluish blackish grayish kind of tint overlay that is on this image. Perhaps you want to use a red, or you want to use a green, a purple, whatever color that you want to replace this bluish overlay with. We can do that here. If you scroll down, you click on background overlay here, and then you can choose whatever color it is that you want. Let's say you want to choose a reddish color here, maybe make it a little dark, and then the second color maybe a green. I don't know, whatever color that you want to use. You can use a combination of colors to give it a gradient, smooth gradient that kind of overlays this image. You can also pick a single color in case you don't want to use a gradient, and choose maybe a pink or maybe a blue. You can just click, and then your changes immediately reflect on this section here. That's the beautiful thing about Elementor. You know, with other web builders, you're not given that much privilege. You can just change things from the back end, but you cannot see in real time the changes that you're making. So I love Elementor. Kudos to the Elementor team for that. And then let's say you want to change this these dots here, these little dots here. These are spaces. Instead of just putting a blank space in order to lengthen this hero section here, we decided to use these dots here to give it some little style, you know, just to add some little flavor to our page. So I need to change it. Let's say I want to make it red. Click on advanced here, scroll all the way, click on border. You see this is the color here. Let's select a red color. If you have a pre-selected color code that you want to use throughout your site, you can actually paste it here in this section. Just paste your color code and then that's it. Okay, so we've given it a reddish maroonish kind of feel. We might want to change the other one, the white one as well here. You can just scroll here on the white, click on the white section here, click on advanced, do the same thing just like we did with the first one. Click on border, click here on the color. Maybe you want a blue this time, you do it, or you might want to delete it, whatever that you want. If you want to remove it completely, you can just click on this section here, on that particular icon or particular section or widget that you want to delete. Then click, right click, and then scroll and then click delete. But we're not going to do that. I think I like it, so I don't want to delete it. So let's scroll. Let's say you want to change the text here. Hi, maybe you want to say welcome to. So you click on it, type here in the title section, sorry, and you type welcome to. Then you want to change the name. Maybe your name is Miranda. You can say Miranda's website. Beautiful stuff. So easy with Elementor. The description, still click on it and then you type whatever you want, blah 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 blah. I'm wherever I have been a social manager, blah 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 blah, from as long as I was in my diapers. Okay, if it makes sense. Okay, so we scroll down. You now have kind of a feel of how to change each element. Remember, every element that we want to change, we click on it and then we're presented with the editing option on the editor panel here on the left. So, oh yeah, I forgot these stars here. You might want to give yourself a 5.5 rating. Who would want to give themselves anything lower than 5? So you can just click on it, and then this rating here, just adjust it as you want. 5 out of 5. See, maybe you have such a low self-esteem and you want to give yourself a 2. You can actually even type manually that I have a 2, I'm rated 2. You can still delete it if you want. Do whatever that you want with this section here. Play along with the colors. You can even change the colors of this rating here. Maybe you want to make it you want to make this text here, you want to make it blue. I would rather make it white to make it stand out, or any other color, maybe a yellow, whatever that you want to choose. All right, I don't know, whatever. Then you can also change the stars color. You can also even make them red, pink, gold, whatever color that you want. It's just we're not really focusing on the actual styles that you must be doing here on this page. I mean, you know your brand well, you know the colors that work well for you, you know the text, the information that you use, etc, etc, etc. So you want to change my mission here. You want to say maybe how I began, but you just want this mission here to change to the begin section, the begin word to be the one that is highlighted, that is this scribbling here. So you do that, you click on this, on the words here, then where it's written my, you replace it as you want. So we said we want to change it to what? I'm forgetting. What did we say? We said how I began. Okay, so you can say how I, and then we want to scribble the began, so you write began here, began. All right. I'm noticing that, as you can see, the letters are looking a bit squashed. They're too close together. You can actually change that with Elementor. You can give it some bit more spacing to give it more room. So in order for you to change that, to work on, to give it a bit of space and breathing room, you can click on style here. All right, then headline, then here where it says typography, click on that section, then scroll down, letter spacing. You see, as I adjust it, it's really working out how I want it to. It's a bit too wide, so I'm going to give it maybe a 2 and keep it there. Perfect. Then for the text here, my mission is to make the average business owner's life easier. I strive to give back to the business and the entrepreneur, sorry, that's how it should be pronounced, and the entrepreneur, more than just in their business but in their personal life also. So you click that and write whatever that you want. One practice that you might always want to keep in mind is to constantly hit the update button here when you make changes, and when you're happy with your changes. You never know when you can have a bad internet time, a low signal time, and you can lose all your changes, etc., etc. So it's always a good idea to hit the update button as you do that. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's how you change, add the text as you wish. And maybe you want to link this button to something else, to another page, to an external page that is not your website, or whatever it is, a pop-up, anything. You can point this button to whatever link, to whatever page or section that you want. You can do that here. You click on it and then paste your URL here. Maybe you want to link it to the Creative Yardley website. Let's say here creativeyardley.com, and you want to rename the button. Maybe you want to call it more about me. You can type here more about me. All right, there is our image looking beautiful, but you might also want to change this image and to something that you like, maybe your own personal image, an image of your offices, your products, whatever that you do. Click on this little pencil here at the top right section. Again, click on the send of the image. Which one this time? I'm going to choose from my pre-existing images. I think I might choose this. I like the bluish feel. Click insert. Whoa, it's beautiful, huh? But I think it's a bit too elongated. I think I would rather pick something else, something different. Let me, maybe this one this time. Let's see. Okay, that's better. That way I won't have to write too much text, so that it kind of compensates or flashes or goes in line with this image here. So I would pick something that is not too long, that is just the right fit, that is just the right size for this. Let's scroll down. Need results. Come on, we don't have to to repeat the same actions that we did for the purposes of this tutorial. It might become too long. I know you don't like tutorials that are way too long. We've done the same. The principles for changing this are just the same as what we've just done above. So just remember what we did, or pause this video, rewind, and follow what I said in this section here in order for you to implement changes in this section and on the button here, or even on the image here. It's just the same, just works the same. So I want to change here the text the same, 3 reasons to hire me. Click on the text that you want to change. Maybe you say my upcoming events. Number 1 event, click on it. Then perhaps you'll be in Daytona Beach, my favorite place in the USA, Daytona Beach, Florida. Then write the date where you will be in Daytona. I think I want to be in Daytona Beach on the 25th of March or of April 2020. Then that's how you change. Then just the same everywhere on all the other text. You just change it the same like you changed it here on the top section. Just remember to click the text that you want to change and edit in the editor panel. You might also want to change the colors here in the background. That is this pinkish, I don't know what you call it. What color is this? Let's just call it pink for now. Okay, let's say you want to change this pink to a rich, what color should we choose today? We want to choose maybe purple. You scroll to background overlay, give it a gradient, this a rich purple, a combination of a rich purple and perhaps a yellow. I don't know if that works. I've never used this combination before, but it kind of gives me an idea for my next website design. Okay, so you want to choose this gradient here. As you can see, it's coming all the way from a purple to an orange, goldish, yellowish feel. But also in the background you can see that there is an image there. There is a computer, there is a laptop, and there is a mug. Is it a mug or a bin or whatever? Yeah, it looks like it's a cup, and some spectacles as well. There's some things at the background there. It's just one image that you can change here in the background section here. Click on this image and then you put any other image. I'm gonna choose this one. It's not very visible, it's not distinct. This is because remember we chose a dark overlay, purple orange, so we can kind of reduce the opacity of the purple and gold overlay to give the image a distinction, to make it more visible. So we scroll here and then adjust your opacity settings. You see, maybe you want to give it a 20, let's say a 20, 0.2. okay, that's fine, but still you see that the image is not showing of the image of the lady that we just chose. This is because we need to adjust the size and the positioning of the image that we just selected. We did not have a chance to do that, but now let's go back. Let's scroll back to background here. All right, I'm going to remove these scrolling effects for now so that you can see exactly what it is that we're on. So on the position here, I always like to start with center. You see, the image is now showing here, and I can choose contain, but it shows the what do you call it, the edges of the image. So it's just always great to use cover always, and then play around with your overlay to make the text here more distinct and the image here less pixelated. And you can also actually custom position it. That means you can place it exactly where you want in relation to the text here. You can do that here by clicking on position, clicking on custom. You can drag the X position, that is the left right positioning tool here. You see, you can even place it somewhere maybe close to just a little, All right, and then play around with the Y position, that is the up and down positioning. Maybe you want to keep it like this, and then go back to our overlay, background overlay, make it darker so that the lady is barely visible. All right, that's how we roll. It's coming out nice, right? Okay, we're not really concentrating on the design like how to beautify an image. I'm just showing you in this tutorial how you can change images, text, icons as you like. And now if you want to change this text here that is written social chic, just click on it again and type whatever it is that you want to type. Maybe your name is Batista, or you want to write a social media hashtag, or hashtag follow me, hashtag creative yardley, whatever that you want to write. Just click on it and then write it here in the text editor panel. You might also want to, as you can see, this text here, this piece of text here is very different from the other texts that we've been seeing all throughout the website. This one is a little tilted, it's a little styled in an extra way, so to speak. It is unlike here where it's written achieve flexibility, or here where it's written have more time for family and important events. This one is tilted. If you want to untilt it, or you want to give it extra tilt, I would recommend that you just contact us, just open a support ticket, and then I'll personally send the code, the CSS that I used to create this effect. This is something that is not inherently available in Elementor for you to style or to give it this little tilt. It's a code that I kind of created, and I'm willing to send it to you should you want to maybe straighten this, or maybe give it some more tilt. Simple and straightforward. Next, let's go to from my blog. This is a heading. Click on it if you want to write something else, maybe latest news, or from my news desk, whatever you want to write. I usually, it's not recommended for you to write a long sentence here, just a few words. A couple of words can do. Maybe my news desk, or sorry, I write desk. Okay, from my news desk. Great. And now suppose you want to change this scribbling at the back of this my news desk text here. This scribbling, or this highlight there that is looking bluish or grayish, purplish, it is actually an image. I used an image for that, so you can choose a different image if you want. I take it that you can actually just grab an image straight from your computer, that image that you already have, or you can create one. There are great programs that can help you create an image that is similar to this. You can use canva.com, canva.com, which is a basic beginner level editing software. Or maybe you want to use Photoshop or GIMP, Affinity. There's so many editing programs out there. Whatever that you want to use that is simple for you, you can actually create something like this scribbling here. It's an image. So if you want to change that, now let's suppose you've already created that image, you just click on this little pencil icon here at the top left of this news desk text, then you scroll down. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. You scroll down. Mind you, this thing here at the back here, it's an overlay. We call it an overlay. So we go to background overlay here, click on background overlay. You see there it shows. Then you click on this again, the same principles for changing images. Maybe you have a different image that you want to use. Maybe you want to use this. Click on insert media. Bingo, there we go. It's in the background now, just like we want. It would be a good time now again to click on the update button so that your changes are saved. Now, I've seen some people, they get confused as to how to edit the blog section here. They want to just forced to change here where it's written the easiest steps to email automation, or do you have a killer social strategy, or you can't change that here. It will not work. It will never work. You can't change this. I would recommend that you skip this for now. I have another tutorial that will show you how to change the block section, because whatever changes that you make in your block section are what are reflected here, so you don't need to click to be fighting with this section here in order to click. The only things that you can change here are the styling, how the information is presented. If you want to do that, you go to style here. Maybe you want to change the gap in between the columns here. You see, you play around with the values here, the numbers. You can change the color of the accept here, maybe to green. You see, it changes here when you click on accept. Maybe you want to style your read more. You want to make it this time you want to make it yellow. Click on yellow. The comments here, you don't need to click on them in order for the for you to change the colors. It's already clicked. It's called the meta. This section here, January 3, 2020, no comments, is called the meta. So you can change the color here, adjust it as you want. See, bingo. Then we go all the way down, going all the way to our testimonial section. You want to change the color of the heading here, click on it, click on style, again click on the color of your choice, click whatever color it is that you want to use, maybe blue, then that's it. Remember, this section here again, we're presented with another highlight or another scribbling. I don't know why I like to call it a scribbling. Maybe it just looks like it's scribbled. Paint, wet paint or something. I like it. So you can change it. Remember, it's an image. It's the same image that we changed above. So we want to change it again this time. Remember, for this one, you might struggle to find its location. You click on these dots here, click on style, click on background overlay. There it is. Let's choose the same one that we chose the other time, this one. Click here, click on insert media, now saved. You might want to change also the color of these pointers. To change the color of these pointers or navigation arrows, you click on the little pencil on the right here, click on style, click on navigation, click on the color of your choice, maybe pink this time. Yeah, okay, you have your pink. You want to change the content of this testimonial. Maybe you have just one testimonial, or you have several of them. The testimonial, you click on the little pencil here again, click on the little pencil, then click on content here, click on item, write or paste in the testimonial whatever the other person said. Thank you for such an absolutely, what's the spelling for absolutely? Yeah, absolutely awesome service. You are the best. There you go. And then the name of the individual who said that. Maybe his name is Terence, and his title, maybe he's a bank manager for Yardley Bank. You see, our changes are being affected as we type. Actually, I love Elementor for that. But maybe you can actually, instead of the title, you can write where the person comes from. Maybe they come from Houston. That's in Texas, Houston, TX. Perfect. You see, let's scroll all the way. We're actually done with this page. This section here, it is not changed here. As you can see, if you click on it, if you try to manipulate it in any way, it won't. This is because it's a global widget. It's a global widget called the footer, so it is not changed here. You waste your time trying to click on it and trying to make changes to it. Don't worry about that. In the next tutorial, we're going to learn how to change the footer and how to change the header as well. Alright, there goes our short tutorial. Thank you. If you have not If you've missed something, or I've been too fast, or I haven't been very clear, please just write to our support team. I work with very great staff who are willing and ready to assist you. So thank you.